So thank you for joining us for another week. This is kind of just like a throw together of GoPro footage that I had. So I'll kind of talk through a little bit what's going on. Not much. I'm not going to speed up too much of these time lapses. I'm just going to let them run. It'd be not bad for you to see the kind of pace that we work at, or lack of pace that we work at. Yeah, it's mostly just like setting up the GoPro and getting to work. So this is just pulling all my measurements off the plan, adding them all up to figure out the length of my plate. And as you'll see in a minute, I just take this number and that's the length of my plate, and then I'll go back through and I'll mark all the numbers that I just added up onto the plate, because that's where my walls will land. That plate was cut so it'll land like directly next to a wall junction. So I'll put a stud on the end of like that plate, and I'll put a stud on the start of my new plate, and then those two will just get shot together. And that's how we join our walls when we've got to have a break in them. Then this is just going through. I'll mark the wall junctions first, then I'll mark any windows, then I'll mark any engineering points, and then I'll mark common studs. So that's what I'm doing there. I've put a nail into the timber and I'm just marking 450s. That little aluminium tool in my hand, we're about to release them on the website, so you'll be able to go on and buy them. I'll leave a link to them in the description. They've been pretty handy so far. That one was a prototype one. But yeah, helps speed us up a lot. They're 90mm wide, so they're the width of your wall junctions. So the black permanent marker's just writing like a final detail of what room it's going to go in and where it's going to face, because I'm marking everything on the ground. When it gets thrown up, the boys need to know where to lay the plates to on what lines. This is where we do our spread, so you just pick up as many studs as you can and start to lay them onto the lines. You'll see as I'm laying them out, I look down each stud. We just call it lining it up. Some people call it crowning. We're just looking for the bow in the stud. I generally put a bow up and then lay it into the line. this part's prepping for a lintel. You'll see that scribe mark that I did was 45, so that's right down the middle of the stud. It's just a single lintel, so we scribe and cut a bit of the way down the stud before we put it in. And you'll see why in a minute. When I mark the lintel, then I can just cut the check out perfectly to suit, and you never have any problems with lintels or studs being cut too short for lintels.
Yeah.
So this is something I don't really recommend anyone does, standing walls by yourself. The reason I'm comfortable doing it how I am is mostly because I've got the handrail there. If you're doing it without handrail, pin your wall on the line to the floor before you try and stand it up so it doesn't slip back. I've got the handrail there to catch it if it does go for a fall. The thing to note here is those nails are going in pretty specifically. All of them will be shot into the floor joist beneath the yellow tongue. And then you want to make sure you still temp brace it. There's nothing worse than seeing your hard work come crashing to the floor.
It's that new system we're trying out. It's called lay out all the walls and build them as many walls on the ground as we can. It's turning out a lot better for us. We used to build a section, stand it, build a section, stand it. Whereas this we've in a couple of hours we've got this side mostly done, a fair bit of that front section. Yeah, we've got a fair few walls made up. It's good.